let's get some update about Iran, my brother. You know you want to know about that. Iran president has laid out conditions to end the war. Yes, they say we have conditions. You want the war to end, we have conditions to that. If you don't follow the condition, the war continues. Netanyahu, this guy right here, his brother apparently is dead. So it is said that his house or his bunker was hit with a missile and his brother is reportedly dead. We need to find out about that. The United States of America, my brother, drones are coming to the United States of America. The FBI has issued warning related to potential Iranian drone threat. It is happening. You heard about sleeper cells, right? Sleeper cells are these people that, you know, your enemies, you don't know where they are? Yes. Now, apparently there are sleeper cells in America and now they're getting ready to hit Los Angeles with drones. We need to find out about this. Donald Trump said he had to hit Iran because Iran was getting ready to hit other people. Is that correct? I don't know. Do you hit somebody because you think they're going to hit somebody or you wait for them to hit first? We're going to find out about that. Security Council has voted in favor of the resolution against Iran. Now, Iran said this is very unfair. We didn't start the war. Why are you voting against us? We need to find out about this very quickly. What's happening, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for stopping by. I have so much energy today. You appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. I feel inspired. Today, we're going to talk about something very interesting and very quickly. I know you come here for the motherland. I love the motherland. We all love the motherland. But you need to find out about what's happening in Iran. Now, why is this important? This is very important because what's happening in Iran is going to influence what's happening in the world very, very, very quickly. Iran President Masoud Pezeshkian has laid out conditions to ending the war. So they say, we are not going to end the war because you want the war to end. We are going to establish how the war is going to end. And it's given three conditions. Condition number one, recognition of Iran's legitimate rights, including sovereign rights, potentially encompassing nuclear program and security concern. What does that mean? You cannot tell us what kind of weapons we need to have, okay? So first, you need to respect us as a country. We are a full country. We're not scared of you. Number two, we can have whatever weapon we want. It's not for you to determine. Number two, they're asking for payment and reparation. Financial compensation. So basically, Iran is saying, you need to pay us for bombing us. You know, you need to pay us for killing women and girls in that school. You need to pay us for all the buildings that you've destroyed. You need to pay us for the pain you've caused. Number three, firm international guarantee against future aggression to prevent further attack. You know, don't dare to attack us ever in the future. So you need to sign that. Number one, you need to say a recognition of Iran as a country, as a legitimate nation. Don't play with us. Number two, you need to pay us reparation. You have to financially compensate us. Number three, you should not attack us anymore. You know why you need to be strong in life, okay? African people are just strong against civilians. You know that? African military are just strong against civilians and police. They will beat the civilians bad. You dare say something about the president in some of these shithole countries. They will beat you and your family. If they don't find you, they'll take your mother, put her in jail. Yes, you know. If they don't find you, they will take your mother to jail so you can come out. That's African people. But these people in Iran are strong. They are strong. I mean, look at they say they've been bombed like 2,000 times already. But they're still standing and they're talking. They say, we are not stopping the war. Zhuang, Kanjani, like... Namuna Gani, how do you get to that? I don't know. This is crazy. Let's go to Netanyahu, this man right here. Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay? There's a claim that Benjamin Netanyahu's house was hit, or whichever bunker he hides at, alleging that it killed his brother. This is in Tel Aviv. They say that his brother was killed. His younger brother, whatever his name is, I forgot the name. Ido. His name is Ido. Unverified claim that Ido was killed. And not just Ido, there was another a very important person, Minister Ben Gvir. This guy, Ben Gvir, apparently was hit as well. And the Mossad chief, David Bernier. So Ben Gvir, I believe, is one of the people that was condemned by the human rights. They need to be arrested, apparently. So Ben Gvir might have been injured. Now, if you check online, you'll find posts and details talking about Ben Gvir being in an accident. So this is very interesting. They say they hit the house. Netanyahu's brother was unalive. Ben Gvir was injured. Israel rejects these claims. But if you look on the internet, they say Ben Gvir has just been in an accident. Does that accident have something to do with the missile? I don't know. So no official confirmation from Israel authorities, obviously, the Netanyahu family or any major outlet. Now the question is this true? Well, the major outlets did not report on it. Is this not true? Well, if it was true, do you think they will report on it? Question mark. The next thing is the drones in America, my brother. Yes. FBI has issued warning related to potential Iranian drone threats targeting the United States of America, specifically in West Coast, California. So you need to be good. Yeah, you need to gear up, my brother. It's time for you to come to the motherland, my brother. There will not be world war in motherland. Come to Africa. There's Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Nigeria. No, okay, just avoid Nigeria. I'm just kidding. You can go to Nigeria. It's fine. You will eat ogbono soup, or goosey sauce. You will eat all of that. You know, they will mix you fish and guts and cow's milk. They will mix all of that inside. They will put also banana plantain. You'll eat. You love it. You know, there will not be world war in Africa. It's time for you to come. Now, the question is, are the drones really going to be shot or sent or whatever or not? It's a good question.
Drone issues have been always top of mind, and we've assembled some work groups specifically around those concerns. But that's all I'll share at the moment. I have nothing more insightful beyond just what's been reported and how we're transmitting what we know to our local partners, which is critical.
Now, the question here is this one. You know, sometimes they're preparing you for things by telling you things that they're planning, okay? Because some people feel like they want to create their own drone situation so they can accuse Iran, so they can justify an on-ground troop attack. You know what I mean? You remember with the 9/11 story. You know, I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. They say somebody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. They say 9/11 was, yeah, you know what I mean? Good to justify Iraq. So is this something to justify Iran? Because people are not buying that nonsense anymore. Be very careful. You come to the motherland, my brother. Come to the motherland, but come nice, okay? When you come to Africa, my brother, from America, you must be nice. Okay, Africans don't like it when you're trying to teach them about life. They don't like it, I'm telling you. They don't like it when you say, oh, you know, in America, we do that. They will tell you, go do it in America. Yeah, but in America, they say, my brother, go do it in America. If you see African, treat them nice. Try to understand the culture. Be nice with them. Speak to them nicely. Men to men, don't speak like this. You see? Don't speak to them like this. Speak to them like, oh, my brother, how you doing? I've met some Americans. They come to me like, my brother, and I love it. But they understand. And I'm not saying all Americans are smart like that. Unfortunately, not everybody will be, even not all Africans are smart. So we need to educate each other. It's not the culture that separates us. It's the knowledge. Understand the simple things. When you come to people's place, even if it's dirty and stinking, you can go, no. You must go, okay, it does smell a bit weird. We can do something about it. I got something. Let me bring you something from my bag. It's going to clean this nicely. That's how you do. You don't go, why is your place stinking? Even if it's stinking. You need to have some mannerism. Anyway, I know a lot of Americans that have good things to offer. Okay. Now, there's a car that just stopped. And in this place, you must be very careful because people are dangerous. You might come up with a gun. And I'm watching and I'm seeing, you know, I can see. Anyway, let's go. I've been attacked many times with guns, so I don't play with that stuff. Donald Trump said that the reason why he attacked was because Iran was going to take over the Middle East. If the U.S. wasn't ready to launch a military strike against them, this was part of his justification for the ongoing Israel and U.S. war.
But they were going to hit them. If I didn't hit them first, they were going to hit our allies first. I believe, upon information and belief, but I believe that he was going to, they were going to take over the Middle East. They were looking to take over the Middle East. Now, had Operation Midnight Hammer not taken place, that was definite, because they would have had a nuclear weapon within a matter of weeks. But that took place. That was a setback. But look at the number of missiles they were able to buy and make over the last 6 months. And those missiles were aimed at various countries. And when you look at over 1,000 missiles shot at like UAE, they were looking to take over the Middle East. We got there first. Lucky. I'll tell you what, the Middle East and those countries, very rich countries, are very lucky that I was president instead of somebody else.
So Trump said the reason why he hit Iran with bombs is because he thought that Iran was getting ready to take over the Middle East. How do you feel about that? Let's go to the Security Council. Security Council have voted in favor of a resolution sponsored by Gulf cooperation that Iran stop its attacks against Gulf nations.
The result of the voting is as follows: 13 votes in favor, 0 votes against, 2 abstentions. The draft resolution has been adopted as Resolution 2817 in the year 2026.
So the Security Council have said Iran should stop attacking all Gulf nations. But what Security Council has not said is condemn the attack from America and Israel against Iran, because they started, right?
The very purpose of this biased and politically motivated text, which was pushed by Israeli regime and the United States, is clear: to reverse the roles and position of victims and aggressors. It rewards the regimes of the United States and Israel, which have violated the UN Charter and committed act of aggression.
I mean, if you get punched in the face and the person you're fighting is too tall, you can't reach his face, what do? You punch him in the balls. Yeah, okay, not the balls, but but you just grab it like. So when you fight the women in Africa especially, not when you fight. I remember when we were kids, when a young boy want to fight a young girl, she will, the man will go, it works. So that's what Iran's doing. I mean, you are strong, you're a boy, she's a girl. If the fight is over. So you must, that's basically what they're saying. Security Council is all these 5 countries. You can say United States of America, Russia, China, France, Great Britain. They have decided that Iran's attack are wrong. I mean, most of the countries voted, but Russia and China did not vote for or against. They abstentiated themselves. Okay? And we're going to explain that. Why did they absentiate themselves? Prevent themselves from, that word is killing me, absentiate. They absentiated themselves. That means they did not vote. Oh, English. English is like the meat of the elephant. The meat of elephant is very hard to eat. So English is also like a meat of elephant. They absentiated themselves. Why they can't just say they did not vote? They say they absentiated themselves. So Russia and China absentiated themselves by not voting. Now, obviously you say, but they're supposed to be friends with Iran. Why would they not vote against the resolution against Iran? It's simple. Russia and China being very technical. Remember, Trump called Russia so they can finish this problem. And the Gulf states are also very good friends with Russia. Now, when the Gulf states go accuse Iran and Russia votes against the Gulf state, is going to lose a relationship. So he's trying to be politically right. In the meantime, Russia still condemns the fact that they're accusing Iran without accusing America and Israel. That's what it is, fellas. It was a great pleasure. When you see me, I see you. We see each other. It's family. My head is itching now. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you for the people that watch us on private. I see you. We are family. See you on the next one. God bless.